Story goes like this, man. If I die, it'll be on camera.
What's up, you guys? So this video is all about me just finding new ways to climb this giant boulder, and I thought since it's gonna be a pretty long and a little bit boring because you just gonna see me just standing there. Before I actually kind of explain, I just want to say right now I just climbed one that I named Side Hump, and I was gonna name it Alligator, but like a little alligator back, but whatever. So that one was pretty easy. This one is called I forgot what it's called. It's called Fun Stuff. This is the one that I really didn't know what name to use. I just called it Fun Stuff, and this one went by pretty fast. I'm trying to make it all the way to the peak because I wanted to use as much rock as possible. And then the camera fell, and actually when the camera fell, I got pinched by something in the rock. So this one is Easy Does It, and I had already done this one before. Now I'm just like checking my hand. I'm like, oh yeah, because I got that little pinch there. Oh man, I can't believe I kept going with that thing. It was like I got stabbed by one of those seed things. Yeah, so it's pretty boring, just me looking at my finger, trying to decide if like something very wrong was gonna happen to my finger. Thankfully I was fine and I just kept going, but it kept actually hurting for a while. So I'm going Easy Does It, but the first time that I did this, actually this is what I did. So the first time that I did this is the first one that I ever did in my entire life, and now I'm going back down because I wanted to make sure that I can also descend, and so here was kind of tricky because my foot was hanging there for a second. And you will soon see that as I'm going down, I'm kind of like pointlessly trying to reach, even though I could just easily just step down. I didn't want to make it that easy. I wanted a challenge. Now I'm kind of just going in between these two like little routes that I just came up with because I wanted more of a challenge. As you can see, Easy Does It, there's kind of like a dark side where you kind of go up and it creates like this I don't know how to explain it, but this one was a little bit more challenging, and I went directly up to the top, and then I started to make my way down, and going down was the scariest part because you really don't know. I was pretty close to the rock there. I was like, what am I doing? I was just trying to keep my center of gravity as close to the rock as possible. And right here, I think something with my foot or something, my foot begins to dangle, or I don't know, guys. But I was gonna speed this one up, but my computer started lagging. So as you can see, I just made it back down to the same exact place where I did with the Easy Does It. So this is kind of like an in-between of the Fun Stuff and Easy Does It. And so I decided to do Easy Does It again, just because. And this time you can see that I'm going faster and I don't have to like think that much about it. I'm not really exactly sure like if I'm taking the exact same path. I'm not really sure. But I did make it my goal to reach the highest part of the boulder, I don't know if it's called a boulder, you guys. It's a wall. It's a giant rock. It's a giant limestone rock. So here, this one I called Little Tree. I maybe should have called like Tall Tree or something, because like you see that little like plant at the top? That's why I called it Little Tree. And then I slowly realized that maybe one day the little tree's not going to be there anymore, and it's just going to be no little tree, and then people are going to be looking for the tree, and it's whatever. This one was more fun, and by this point I was already like starting to get the hang of it. And this part of the rock is very similar to the previous. So here you can see that I got some, so there was like some weird thing on the rock, and I believe that it was a roach, like a dead cockroach or something, and it just went on my palm. And when I looked at my palm and I saw this like weird kind of like brownish exoskeleton kind of thing, I was like, oh no. So thankfully I had some water and I washed that off. Now this one is slightly to the right, so it's not it's actually, there's like a little turn in the rock, so it's not the same one. It's slightly to the right and there's like a little curve, and now I'm just trying to figure out where to go. Yeah, so trying to figure out where am I gonna put my hands. And yeah, you guys, so this is the first time that this is the second time that I climbed rocks. The first time I did the Easy Does It and one that somebody named Snow, and one called that I named Slow and Steady. And then this time I went ahead and I just went through the whole boulder looking for ways to go up. And I'm pretty sure that there are more ways. It's just they're kind of like, at one point they're going to start overlapping, and it's going to be like you're just climbing the whole boulder, you know. So this one I called Slow and Steady, and I realized that I shouldn't be calling them based on their difficulty, because difficulty is relative, you know. So this one I did it before a couple times. And now there's an iguana, and you can see he's like banging his little head because he's telling me, this is my rock, this is my territory, what are you doing here? So at this point, my hands were really like, my palms were really in pain, because this rock is very rough, like really rough, and there's like a bunch of stuff in the pits in the rock. And I wanted to keep going, but my hands were just like, not my muscles, but my skin. So I put some tape there, which was a horrible idea. And it just started falling off because my hands were full of sweat, and I just grabbed the tape, put it in my pocket, leave no trace. And I just, so this one, Tough Puppy, once again I use tough, but puppy because it's like tough, but it's also like not tough, And this one, it was more of a challenge for me, because as you can see, the rock is much flatter, so it's not really the same as the other ones where the little tree was. And I decided to go ahead and do it again, because I wanted to make sure that it was something that could be done over and over, like consistently, not just like something that like, oh, I just did it this time and it happened, and like someone's gonna try this and then they're not gonna be able to go up, and then, oh god, they're gonna be like, what, like this is not, like I can't do this, So you could see right here that my foot is basically just smearing on the rock, I guess that's what it's called. And I'm just trying to figure out where to put my feet, because the rock is so flat, like it barely has anything down there. And at the top too, it was kind of challenging for me. So given like this is like, the first few times that I ever climb rocks, you guys, well, at this age, I climbed when I was a kid, but I can't really remember anything, So I came off, I jumped off, and then I tried again. And this was when I realized, like, yeah, this one's more difficult than the previous ones that were more rocky. So yeah, I'm just reaching, you know, touching, trying to find a place to put my hands because my feet are holding on with friction, and it's pretty difficult. I didn't want to like accidentally let go. Here in kind of like a weird position that I really should have thought about, like my right side should have been more supported there. And I feel like if there were less friction, I would have fallen there. And so here I just had to like reach up my leg and just go on the top of the boulder. And then there was a crow, I'm not sure what it's called, what he's called, or her. So now I'm just standing there looking at the rock because, yeah, this one was the toughest one, I would say. And this is all just like going up the rock because I've been trying to traverse the rock for a while now. I've been not practicing, but I've been like going at it, trying to do it, and I haven't been able to. Just because this part of the rock, like going sideways from left to right, it barely has anything to hold on to. I just came off. I'm like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna go up here? Because there are barely any places to put my feet. And at the top, it's not like the other rock where there are like a lot of holes. It's just like, yeah. I wanted to make sure that I was not going to fall. Yeah. And so, trying to find a place where I could have the maximum friction. And yeah, you guys. So, this one, oh, I didn't tell you guys. Did I tell you guys? I don't know. I named this one Tough Kitty, I think, because it's very similar to the Tough Puppy. Like just like the little tree and the middle tree, which is the second little tree that I told you guys about. Those two are very similar, and they're like, the rock is very similar in that place. But here, you can see I'm using friction, and I'm trying to get up there, but I can't because like I just don't feel very comfortable with the friction in my feet, especially the fact that I'm wearing sneakers. So here I go. I think this is the time that I actually manage. Nope. I'm trying to get the friction, you guys. I'm like, okay, let me just bounce up, trying. It's like the top is pretty high up. Yay, see, I got it. Oh, I got there. And good place to rest. And reaching up with my right leg up there. And there we go. Oh yeah, you guys. This rock is just terrible. This rock is so like rough, you know. I mean, it's flat in this area, but like the rock itself like has a lot of it's very rough. So here, wait a second, you guys. Is this the same one? Yeah, this is the same one. This is Tough Kitty. I just moved the camera, I guess. I'm trying to do it again, and this one actually, like, I think I gave up. I tried to do it again, and something happened with my elbow, I guess. I'm just looking, like, how am I gonna do this? How? I'm gonna use the friction. See, I'm using the friction. And my foot just slipped, see? I was like, nope, my foot keeps slipping. Oh no, I hurt my elbow. And now here is the snow, which is the rightmost one. And there's actually like a little, I don't know what it's called, like a ridge in the rock, which you could kind of like straddle the ridge, I guess, but that would be kind of weird too. So the ridge is very helpful, and this one's like relatively like really easy. And then I just did this weird thing where I just like crossed over like I'm stepping.
It's raining seeds.
Yeah, you guys, so that was it. That was the roots that, you know, all the roots. all the roots, you guys. Seeds falling from a tree. It was very windy, and yeah. The Actually, I feel like I didn't have enough time to narrate this properly. You know, feel like the narration was kind of rushed. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And please, guys, if you feel like I should speed up these videos, like if I should, or just eliminate the time that I'm thinking, because I'm just like, sometimes I'm just like staring at the rock, and you guys really can't like see what's happening in my mind, so it's kind of boring, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm really not gonna get that many impressions and stuff with this with this content, you know. Maybe I should do more videos with cuts on them or stuff like that, or speed them up a bit. But yeah, it was nice narrating this, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.